So moon practices, lunar, calming, grounding. It's about restoration of energy. So it's not restorative yoga, though restorative yoga can be lunar, but it's restoring energy. So it's like stopping at the gas station, putting gas in the tank. That's what we try to do with these lunar practices. And today in particular, well, we'll do a couple of things. We're going to activate the left nostril and the right brain. That's the two lunar sides there. And we're going to slow down our movement. We're going to slow down the breath. And it's going to be a little challenging because we're used to moving quickly from one posture to another. And sometimes our bodies want that from more of an athletic perspective. And it's actually a lot harder from a strength perspective to move slowly from, say, hands and knees to downward facing dog, or move from downward facing dog down through a plank to the floor slowly. Much, much harder. We'll also throw in a moon salutation that'll help ground you in. We will do some restorative postures toward the end. If you have them, I recommend having 2 blankets tonight. If you don't have 2 blankets, then I'll give you what to do later on. Might be like a bed pillow or something. And yeah, that's that. So any questions before we get started? It's great to see all of you here. The moon brings everybody in, has that quality. It's magnetic. So before we get centered, or actually to help us get centered, we'll practice Chandra Bedana, which is a pranayama or breathing technique that helps to activate the lunar channel. And so this is a version of alternate nostril breathing. And so we'll start with figuring out how to work with the hands, and that'll help bring us a little further inward. So no matter if you're right or left-handed, you'll use your right hand, and you'll bend in the first and second finger. So the pointer finger and the middle finger, the 2 little fingers and the thumb are extended. When the time comes, you'll use the 2 small fingers to block the left nostril and the thumb to block the right nostril. Don't do both at once because you can't breathe that way. That's how that works. All right, so just make that mudra. It's called Vishnu mudra, and just lay that down on your knee for now. We'll go inward, we'll breathe for a moment, and then we're going to start the practice, and I'll lead you through what to do when we get there. Good, good. All right, relax the shoulders down the back, feel the crown of the head lift. Just take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Maybe just feeling yourself really sitting in your body, your seat on the floor or cushion. Starting to turn off the outside world and tune into the inside world, whatever that experience is for you in this moment. And then to help that, we'll start practicing Chandra Bedana, or moon piercing breath. So go ahead and bring your right hand in Vishnu Mudra up to your nose and gently block the right nostril. You don't have to squeeze it, but just gently block the right nostril. Then inhale slowly through your left nostril as best you can. Inhale left. And then block the left nostril, release the right. Exhale slowly out of your right nostril. Good. Block the right nostril, release the left. Inhale left. Block the left nostril, open the right. Exhale right. Again, inhale left nostril, blocking the right. Exhale right nostril. In left. Out right. In left. And out right. In left. Out right. The breath moving slowly. In left, out right, in left, out right. We'll do a couple more. In left, out right. This last one's a bit different. Listen carefully. In left, out right, in right, and then out left. Release your palm down. Just feel sensation for a moment, that Chandra Bedna, moon piercing breath. Be bringing a calming quality to your mind, to your energy. And before we move from this feeling, I want you to picture a full moon in the sky behind your head. And imagine that that full moon has a bit of gravity to it, a little bit of magnetism. And without falling backwards, of course, just feel your head traction back toward it slightly. You might feel the chin tucked toward the throat just a little bit. It's as if that moon is holding you up. And as we continue our practice, it's as if the moon is guiding you. We call this feeling, this sensation, this awareness, we call it Chandra Bhavana, moon sensation. Chandra Bhavana. So keeping that image of the moon in the head behind your head, and the head tractioning toward it, we're going to chant the sound Om 3 times and just see yourself really sitting with that lunar presence. Deep breath in. Bringing your palms together at your heart, bow your chin, honoring yourself as you are in this moment, body, breath, energy, and mind. And it's from that place within you that we'll practice tonight. Don't rub the palms together, just allow the eyes to gently open, bringing yourself back. And let's begin on our backs tonight. So go ahead and move your props off to the side and come to lie down. And it might feel good to hug the knees into your chest when you get there. Just do what feels good. All right. So once you're on your back, go ahead and take your feet flat to the floor, heels underneath your knees, about hip distance apart. Good. Establish which side of your body is the left side, and establish which side of your body is your right side. With your next inhale, please lift your right arm all the way overhead, knuckles on the floor above you. Exhale, release the right arm down and turn your head to the left. Inhale, pick the left arm up this time, bring the head through center, left knuckles on the floor above you. As you release the left arm down, turn the head to the right. Let's do that again. Inhale, Right arm lifts overhead, head comes through center. And then exhale, right arm comes down, turning your head away from the arm that's moving. Left arm lifts up, inhale, head to center. And exhale, release the left arm down, turn the head to the right. One more time in this way. Right arm lifts, head to center. Right arm lowers, turn the head to the left. Left arm lifts, head to center. Left arm lowers, head to the right. We're going to add the hips this time. Lift the right arm overhead, lift the hips into the air, head comes to center. Bridge pose. Exhale, release the hips down, release the right arm down, and turn the head to the left. Inhale, lift the left arm, lift the hips, head comes to center. Exhale, release the hips down, turn the head to the right, left arm coming down as well. Right arm and hips, inhale. Right arm and hips, exhale, turn the head to the left. Left arm and hips, inhale, lifting up. Left arm and hips, exhale, turn the head to the right. Again, right arm, hips. Exhale, lower the hips and arm, turn the head away from the arm that's moving. Left arm, inhale. Exhale, releasing the hips and arm, turn the head to the right. Now, we've been moving at a steady pace. I want us to move even slower, and I want you to breathe even slower. So do your best with this. With your next inhale, lift your right arm and your hips, but move slowly, like you're moving through water. The movement should take about half or twice as amount of time as it did before. Same with the breath. And then exhale slowly, like you're moving through water, hips and right arm down, turn the head to the left, but moving so, so slow. Left arm and hips, slow inhalation, head coming through center. If you can, just one breath in, exhale, release the hips down, release the left arm down, turn the head to the right. We're gonna do a few more of these. Right arm and hips, slowly moving, like you're moving through water, like there's resistance in the air that keeps you from moving too quickly. Exhale, slowly. Left arm and hips. Left arm and hips, slowly coming down. Right arm and hips. And lower. Left arm and hips. And lower. Let's do one more time on each side, okay? Right arm and hips, slowly moving. And lower. Left arm and hips. And lower. Good. Hug your knees into your chest. Breathe normally for a moment. All right. And then from here, take your arms out to the side, making a T shape with your body. And you can do cactus arms if there's some stuff too close to you. And then bring the knees and feet together. And we're going to do some twisting. So take a deep breath in. And exhale, drop your knees towards your right side. And then inhale, bring the knees back to center. And then exhale, take the knees to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale, knees to the right. Take your chin to the left. Inhale back to center. Knees to the left, chin to the right. Inhale back to center. Let's see if we can do this at half pace. So slowly exhale, take the knees to the right, chin to the left. Slowly inhale back to center. Knees to the left, chin to the right. Slowly inhale back. A couple more times. Knees to the right, chin to the left. Inhale back. Moving as slowly as you can. Knees to the left, chin to the right. One more time on each side. Knees to the right and back. Knees to the left. And bring them back and hug the knees in. And then just notice sensation so far. And though we haven't done too much yet, you just might notice your relationship to the practice. Maybe you find it calming or grounding to slow down the movement and breath. And then maybe even if you're the same person, you also might find some agitation and having to slow down. Okay, we're gonna do another exercise here on our backs. All right, so holding onto the shins. Inhale, take the arms all the way overhead and extend your legs toward the ceiling, reaching through the heels. Exhale, bring the arms down and knees to chest. Hug them in. Let's do this slowly now, okay? Slow inhalation. Arms overhead, legs toward the ceiling. And exhale, bringing it all back in slowly. If you know Ujjayi pranayama, the audible breath, you can employ that here. That's just where you constrict the back of the throat to make a hissing sound as you breathe. It actually helps you to slow the breath down. Inhale, lifting. Exhale, bringing it back in. Let's do two more, okay? Lifting up. We're going to hold the pose with this next inhalation. Take the arms overhead, legs toward the ceiling. Pull the toes back, reach through the heels. Feel your lower back grounding to the floor. And see if you can breathe slowly, with or without the audible breath. Deep breath in, slow. And then exhale. Go ahead and hug the knees back in. Okay, so this next part might be a little challenging and you'll just do your best, okay? We're gonna work with the core just a bit. And of course, we're gonna do it slowly. And we're gonna do it with a lot of intention. You'll do your best. So take a deep breath in here. With your exhale, curl your chin in towards your throat. Bring your forehead up toward the knees, shoulders lift. Now stay here. See if you can control the breath. And extend your arms forward, palms face up. And then extend your legs forward, a low boat pose. And then see if you can, kind of staying in boat pose, displace the weight of your body forward toward your legs to lift the chest to come up to a seat. Do your best. Good, and then fold over the legs as best you can. We haven't done too much to warm up the legs yet, so does not have to be your deepest forward fold. Deep breath in and out. And then bring yourself back on up. Good. Let's come on to hands and knees. Slowly or quickly, it's up to you. Table pose. All right. Hands under the shoulders, knees beneath the hips. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, child's pose. Inhale back up to hands and knees. Curl the toes under. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Now it's our first down dog of the night, so go ahead and walk it out a bit, pressing a heel to the floor, bending the opposite knee, lengthen the legs, and lengthen your spine. And then stop on one side, reach a heel toward the ground, bend the opposite knee, and then breathe slowly. Just feeling the breath calm any tension or stress you're feeling in that hamstring, the back of the leg. And then carefully switch sides. And again, breathing slowly. Good. Okay. Straightening both legs. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Please take your arms down by your side. Palms face up. And we'll work with hero's pose next, Virasana. So with your next inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, lift up onto the knees, reach the arms overhead toward that moon. Exhale, release back down again. Good. Let's see if we can do that slowly. So slow down the inhalation, lift up off the knees, sweep the arms out to the side, coming on up, strong back here. Exhale, bowing down, slowly. Again, inhale, sweeping the arms out to the side, coming on up. Slowly folding down. Again, inhale. Exhale. We're going to change things up this time. It's going to be a little bit harder. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, slowly come up. Bring the palms together. Hinge at the elbows. Bring the thumbs to the back of the neck. Fold forward into praying child. Good. With as much control as you can. And then sweep your arms down by your side again. We'll do that again. Sweep the arms out to the side, lift up onto the knees, arms reach overhead. Exhale, hinge at the elbows, thumbs to the back of the neck, slowly folding into praying child. Good. Arms by your side. Again, lift up onto the knees, arms reach overhead. Exhale, bend the elbows, praying child. Let's do two more, okay? Sweep the arms down by your side, and let's make sure we're moving slowly this time. Slowly inhale, come back up to hero's pose. Praying child. Last one, arms by your side. Inhale, come up. And again, praying child's pose. Stay in praying child's pose for a few breaths. Maybe you still see that full moon in the sky behind you, re-engaging with that Chandra Bhavana, that moon sensation. And then take your hands flat to the floor in front of you like normal child's pose. And then with the hands staying right where they're at, slither down onto your belly. And so your hands will be down by your rib cage, not up by your shoulders. With the hands by the rib cage, feet flat on the floor, or the tops of the feet on the floor, roll the shoulders down the back, press the arms straight, knees lift up off the ground, upward facing dog. And then feel a tug behind your navel that pulls you back into downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose. Keep the hands planted, slither forward down onto your abdomen. Press the arms straight, knees lift, shoulders back, upward dog. And then exhale, pull back into downward facing dog. Good. Again, hands and knees. Inhale. Exhale, child's pose. Good. Now let's see how slowly we can do this. Inhale, slither forward. Push the arms straight, knees lift. Slowly pull back into down dog. Hands and knees. Child's pose. Slither forward into up dog, slow inhalation. Downward facing dog, slowly. Let's do one more round for now. Hands and knees. Child's pose. Slow breath into up dog. Downward facing dog. Good. Take an adjusting breath here. And then lift your right leg high into the air behind you. With your exhale, step that right foot between the hands. Help it through. Release the back knee to the ground. Inhale, lift the arms up, crescent lunge, reaching to that moon in the sky behind you. With your exhale, bring both hands to the inside of your right foot and bow your heart toward the floor. Inhale, straighten the arms, look forward. Then exhale, bow a little bit deeper. Good. Inhale, come back up and carefully step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. Exhale, step the foot all the way forward, help it through. Back knee on the floor. Inhale, crescent lunge, reaching up. Exhale, both hands to the inside of the left foot, bow the heart. Straighten the arms, look forward. And exhale, fold. Good, straighten the arms. And carefully step back to downward facing dog. Let's do this a little bit more slowly this time. It's kind of our theme. Right leg lifts, inhale. Then exhale, slowly step the right foot forward. Take your time with it. Don't just swing and step, but actually use some control from your core. Knee on the ground. Inhale, extend the arms forward. Peel the chest away from the thigh. Turn the heart toward the ceiling. Exhale with control. Bring the body to the inner leg, hands on the floor, and bow. Inhale, straighten the arms slowly. Look forward. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Good, coming up. Still slowly, curl the back toes under and step the right leg back into downward facing dog. Let's try that on the left side. Left leg lifts slowly. And then just see how slowly you can step the left foot forward. Challenge yourself here. Knee on the ground. Crescent lunge, slow. Lift the arms forward. Peel the chest away from the thigh. Turn the heart toward the ceiling. Exhale, bring the body to the inner leg, hands to the floor, and bow. Inhale, straighten the arms, look forward. Exhale, bow a little bit deeper. Straighten the arms. And carefully step back, downward facing dog. Good. Taking a breath here. And then when you're ready, go ahead and walk your hands back towards your feet, coming into this Uttanasana, the standing forward fold. Press palms to shins, come halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold down. Again, halfway up. Exhale, fold. One more time. And exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side with a strong back. Come all the way up. Reach the arms overhead. And then exhale, bring the palms to the heart. Close the eyes here. Maybe still feeling the breath move at a slower rate. And again, picture the moon in the sky behind you. And feel again that sort of magnetism toward it through the head. Chandra Bhavana. And then taking a deeper breath, go ahead and bring yourself on back. Good. So you might already start to feel the qualities of that lunar energy kind of coming into your system, that calming. It might feel like your brain isn't moving as quickly as it was before, which is a good thing in this case. Or maybe even some of the frenetic energy you might have brought with you is starting to feel like it's settling down just a little bit. The slowing down of the breath is hard. I can totally understand that. And the slowing down of the movement is also hard. And I can understand that. But that's the challenge of this practice. It's kind of like one of those things, like if it was easy, everybody would do it. But it's not easy. And that's why we do it, to grow, to change, to calm. Um, yeah. So go ahead and take your feet about mat width apart. So if you're looking forward on your mat, you mat width apart. Or you can just take them just a little bit wider than your shoulders like I'm doing. Good. Then go ahead and lift the left arm overhead, reaching up. With the right hand, reach up and grab the left wrist and traction it toward the ceiling. Let's take some breaths. And then go ahead and tilt to the right. A little crescent moon shape. I reached for that one, it's okay. Breathe. And then inhale, come up and release down. Let's lift the right arm overhead now. Left arm comes up, grabs the wrist. Traction is upward first. Let's stay for a breath or two, just reaching up. Length on the right side. And then after those couple of breaths, you can go ahead and tilt over to the left. Good. Inhale back up. And exhale, release the arms on down. Feel sensation for a moment again. Now, in a moment, we're going to get into our moon salutation. But before we get there, I want to do one more exercise. And of course, we're going to do it slowly, but it's good for you. Moving slowly builds strength and it builds integrity of your practice. You're not just loosely flying from posture to posture, but you're actually taking the time to activate all the muscles necessary to move with finesse from one pose to another. And that can translate to life as in one situation to the next. So bringing the palms to the heart, shoulders relaxed down the back. Picture the moon in the sky behind you. Good. Then inhale, sweep the arms down, back, and up. Hinge at your hips, swan dive, fold forward and down over the legs, Uttanasana. And then press your palms to shins, come halfway up, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, float back down. Sweep the arms out to the side with a strong flat back, come all the way up to standing, reaching overhead. Exhale, palms to the heart. Let's see if we can do that even slower, okay? Inhale, slowly bring the hands down, back, up. Hinge at the hips slowly. You can soften the knees slightly, bend at the hips, swan dive down. Ardha Uttanasana, palms to shins, halfway up, extending your spine forward. Exhale, fold back down. Sweep the arms out to the sides slowly, as slowly as you can here. Lifting on up. And palms to heart. Let's do one more round, okay? Inhale, sweep down, back, and up. Hinge at the hips. Palms to shins. Folding down. Arms out to the side, coming all the way up slowly. And palms to heart. Feeling into Chandra Bhavana, or Chandra Bhavana, that moon in the sky behind you. In the moon salutation, Chandra Namaskar. Chandra means moon, if you haven't picked up on that yet. Chandra Namaskar. It's a combination of a lot of the poses we've done already. So the good news is you know a lot of the pieces. We're just going to put them together in a flow. The first flow will be, usually I say we move slower the first round. We're actually going to move quicker the first round just to feel it in our bodies. And then all the other rounds that we'll do will either have longer breaths or longer breaths with some variations or holds. So we'll get it in our bodies first, and then we'll add the pranayama or the breath to it. So standing tall at the top of your mat, bring your palms to your heart. Again, the moon in the sky behind you. We're going to try to stay connected to this moon sensation as we move. So with your inhale, sweep your arms down, back, and up. Hinge at the hips, swan dive forward and down, exhale. Palms to shins, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold down and step your right foot way back, knee to the ground, crescent lunge, inhale. Exhale, bring both hands to the inside of the foot, bow the chest. Inhale, straighten the arms, look forward, and exhale, bow a little bit deeper. Inhale, straighten the arms, and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, float down onto hands and knees. Exhale, child's pose, and take your arms down by your side. Let's come into hero's pose. Lift the arms out to the side, come up onto the knees, reach the arms overhead. Inhale. Exhale, bend the elbows, praying child's pose as you come down with control. Stay for a breath. And then plant the hands forward on the ground, and then slither between them. Press the arms straight, shoulders back, knees lift, upward facing dog. And then pull back into downward facing dog. Good. Right leg lifts into the air. And exhale, step the right foot forward, helping it forward. Back knee to the ground, crescent lunge. Good. Both hands to the inside of the foot, heart toward the ground. Straighten the arms, come up. Exhale, bow a little bit deeper now. Straighten the arms. Bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot and then step forward, Uttanasana. Palms to shins halfway up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out to the side, coming all the way up. And palms to your heart. So we'll try doing that, moving a little bit slower now, slowing down both the movement and your breath. Just do your best, all right? So inhale, slowly take the arms down, back, and up. Hinging at the hips, exhale, fold forward, then down. Ardha Uttanasana, halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold down, and step your left foot way back, but do it slowly, knee to the ground. Crescent lunge, inhale, reaching up for that moon. Exhale, hands to the inside of the foot, bowing your chest toward the floor. Inhale, straighten the arms. Look forward. Exhale, bow a little bit deeper. Inhale, straighten the arms. How slowly can you go back to down dog from here? Take your time. Good. Hands and knees, table pose. Folding child's pose. So arms down by your side. Lifting up into hero's pose. Arms out to the side, coming up onto the knees. Bend the elbows, praying child's pose with control, coming down. Staying for a breath. Then plant the hands forward with a slow inhalation, slither into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. When you're ready, with an inhale, slowly lift the left leg into the air. And then how slowly can you step that forward? The left foot between the hands. Gets harder. Take the knee down, crescent lunge. And then exhale, hands to the inside of the foot. Straighten the arms. Exhale, fold. Straighten the arms. Take the left hand to the outside of the left foot. Carefully and slowly step the right foot forward. Uttanasana. Palms to shins. And fold. Arms out to the side, coming all the way up. Palms to the heart. Before we move again, check in with the moon. Check in with the parts of yourself that are having a hard time with this practice, if that's the case. Compassion for everybody. And then we'll continue. Slow inhale, sweep the arms down, back, up, fold. Halfway. And fold. The right foot steps this time. How slowly can you step that right foot back? Knee to the ground. Crescent lunge. Hands to the inside of the foot, slowly. Straighten the arms, look forward. And fold a little bit deeper. Straighten the arms again. Slowly stepping back, downward facing dog. Hands and knees. Child's pose. Arms by your side. Hero's pose. Take the arms out to the side, lift up onto the knees. Good. Praying child. Hands forward. And one inhale, slither up into upward facing dog slowly. Downward facing dog. Good. Right leg lifts. And slowly, slowly, slowly step the right foot forward, knee on the ground. You'll be hearing me say slowly in your sleep tonight. Take the arms forward, peel the chest away from the thigh, look up with your heart, and then hands to the inside of the foot, moving down with control. Straighten the arms, and fold again. Straighten the arms. Bring the right hand to the outside of the right foot, and just step the left foot forward with control. Palms to shins. And down. Arms out to the side. All the way up. Palms to heart. We're gonna do one last round. And we're gonna add some holds and variations into it because that's what we do in our final rounds. And it'll give you a moment to really draw in that Chandra Bhavana as we're holding the postures. So we'll move slowly and we're gonna stop at certain points. Again, just do your best as we move through this. So with your next inhale, take the arms down, back, and up. Swan dive. You know to move slowly at this point. Palms to shins. And fold. Left foot stepping back with control. Crescent lunge. Hands to the inside. And bow. Straighten up, inhale. And then exhale, fold down. And this is our first hold here. Now, some of you might be able to come down onto your forearms. If that's the case, go ahead and do so. You do not have to, though. You can stay on the hands. Keep breathing slowly. And if you are on your forearms, try not to collapse the head onto the ground. Keep the crown of the head reaching toward the front of your space. And picture that full moon in the sky behind you. Calming, cooling, grounding. And again, it has that somewhat of a magnetism to it. It's kind of taking some of the effort away from you. It's holding it with you. If you're down on your forearms, carefully come up onto your hands. And take your time, downward facing dog. Hands and knees. Folding child's pose, arms by your side. Hero's pose, come on up. Praying child, slowly, slowly, slowly. And we stay in praying child's pose for a few breaths. Feel the hips sinking back toward the heels. And you can even walk the elbows forward a little bit as you sink the hips. And you'll feel a gentle traction in your upper arms. This is kind of a devotional pose as well. Just, bowing to that full moon energy within you, that full moon in the sky behind you. Cooling, receptive, feminine in nature. Then go ahead and plant the hands onto the ground. Slither with an inhale into upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Left leg lifts. And slowly step it forward. Knee to the ground. Crescent lunge. Good. Hands to the inside of the foot. Bend the elbows. Inhale, straighten the arms. And then exhale, fold down again and stay. Again, some of you might have the excess in your hip to come down onto your forearms. And if not, it's okay to just stay on the hands. Slow breaths. Aware of that moon in the sky. Chandra Bhavana. Moon sensation, moon awareness, moon connection. You are down on your forearms. Take your time as you come back up onto your hands. And bring the left hand to the outside of the left foot and carefully step the right foot forward. Palms to shins. And exhale, fold. Arms out to the side. Inhale, come all the way up with control. Slowly, slowly, slowly. And palms to your heart. The eyes closed, just be aware of the moon in the sky behind you for just another breath or two, slowly breathing. Feeling that moon energy in your mind, calming of the thoughts, the soothing of the thoughts. And feeling that in your body as well. Now, just as a transition, inhale here. Exhale, just bow forward, fold down into Uttanasana. Carefully step back to downward facing dog. You can do so slowly or quickly, whatever you feel like at this point. And then inhale, come down onto hands and knees. Release the feet, child's pose. Good. Taking a deep breath here. And then go ahead and roll yourself up to a seat and just chill for a moment. We're going to come into a restorative posture next, and I want to demonstrate it for you first. And you will need some props for this, and I'll give you a couple of options if you don't have everything that I have. And I have everything. I'm going to use 2 blankets. And we're going to be laying down on our backs eventually. But I will put a blanket for my pillow because I like comfort. And then I'm going to take my other blanket and I'm going to roll it up. And so this is a nice rectangle here. And I'm just going to roll it the long way, or on the long edge, I should say. So that creates a little bit of it's about a 4-inch roll here. And I'm going to put that just a little bit below my head pillow. So the idea is that this blanket roll is going to be pressing into the middle of my upper back, the middle of my thoracic spine. My shoulders will actually come down to the ground with my arms, and then my head will rest on top of the blanket, or this top blanket. This is called Babbling Brook pose. If you do not have 2 blankets, you could take a bed pillow and roll it up as well. Just kind of roll it tight. It might not hold its shape as well, but it's an option to have if you don't have anything else. You can also use a bed pillow for your head pillow. So do the best you can. If you don't feel like doing either of these, you can just rest in Shavasana while the rest of us are in this restorative posture. You'll have a similar experience. So I'm going to come into it and just show you what it looks like real quick. So you got to kind of eyeball where everything goes. So I'm going to relax down. Oh, I think I did a good job. Almost. There we go. Good. And so again, the blanket roll is pressing into the middle of my upper back, so the middle of the thoracic spine. And the shoulder blades are on the ground here. That's how you know you're in it right. And your arms can just rest out to the side or in cactus arms. And we're going to take some deep breaths here. So go ahead and make your way here if you're not already. Some of you know this pose, I know. But it's nice to have a pillow for the head. If you only have one blanket, you can get rid of the head pillow and just use the one underneath the middle back. And take your time getting there. And don't worry too much about getting it exactly right. If we were in the same space, I'd come around and like help you shift into like the exact perfect place. But as long as the blanket roll is pressing in somewhere around your upper back, behind your heart, you'll be in good shape here. So we're trying to reverse that upper curve of the spine. Again, shoulder blades are on the floor, arms are on the ground. And once you're there, belly is soft, the feet are falling outward. You can have your eyes closed. And if you're liking this image of the moon, just keep seeing it in the sky above you. As if it were watching over you, maybe in a motherly way. With compassion, with softness. Wanting what's best for you. The moon in the sky outside right now, the physical moon, the real one, the one not in your head. This one is called the harvest moon. It's about drawing in that which is fruitful, having energy to be able to produce, to manifest. And you don't have to think about what it is you want to produce or manifest this season, but just kind of feel yourself filled with the capacity to manifest. As if we're entering in through your heart from the moon herself, kind of like this moon nectar pouring down into your body, cooling, restorative, healing even. I'm going to stay for just another few breaths. Good. All right. So deepening your breath. To come out of this pose, go ahead with your dominant hand. Go ahead and hold behind your head. And then curl the chin in. Use the hand to help your head lift. And your back hand can help you sit up to a seat. And just feel sensation for a moment. And then remove the blanket roll or whatever you were using for that. And just throw it off to the side and come to lay back down. Now, before we get all comfortable here, hug your knees into your chest and rock from side to side on the spine gently. Maybe still seeing that moon above you. Now, when you feel complete here, and take your time if you still need time, but when you feel complete, go ahead and extend your legs down to the floor and make yourself ready for Shavasana, our final resting posture. Bringing any support where you need it, making sure that you're comfortable. And feel yourself come to rest. Not just stopping in movement, but truly, intentionally resting. Allowing yourself to just be a human being with no obligations, with no expectations, nothing to do. And more than that, you have the moon being sentinel above you, holding you, watching you, keeping you safe, keeping you calm. You might still feel your heart open toward her. You might feel like there is moon glow on the surface of your skin, like a crystal charging. Feel yourself charge in her glow. And when the mind tries to pull you away from this state, dissolve that thought and come back to this state. peace, peace, peace. Your body bathed in moonlight, full, restored, like a glowing crystal. Take a deep breath into that Chandra Bhavana, that moon awareness, that moon sensation. And move your hands, your feet, your arms and legs. And then keeping that quality with you, roll to your right side gently. And then come on up to a seat. Sitting tall, shoulders down the back. And see that full moon rising in the sky behind you. And that gentle attraction of the moon toward the back of your head. And imagine that your mind is the surface of a lake. Now, when the mind is calm and focused, the surface of this lake is as still as a sheet of glass. But sometimes, when the surface of the lake is disturbed, thoughts come up, we become distracted, and it creates ripples on the water. And we must again still the mind. And when the mind is still, the reflection of the full moon on its surface is a perfect sister mirror to the image in the sky. When the mind becomes distracted, that image shatters into thousands of misperceptions. And all you have to do is settle the lake down, calm the mind, bring it back into focus, as still as a calm lake, as still as a sheet of glass. Stilling the mind when it moves. And holding that pure reflection of the moon on the surface of the lake, feeling that quality seep down into the water beneath it, absorbing into the layers of your consciousness. You can allow the image to fade. Maybe keep the bhavana, the sensation, with you. And take a fuller breath. Bring your palms to your heart, bowing your chin, and honoring that lunar quality within you in your journey toward it this evening. And may all of your journeying tonight and this practice continue to serve you. Until we meet again, namaste.